Okay, I wanted to point something out real quick. This has been happening recently. Not recently, I want to say within the last few weeks. I actually uninstalled it and reinstalled it to try and see if it might help. And it's literally you click anything and it forces a very, very long download. And it happened ever since the update happened. Like from a few weeks ago. See how it takes so fucking long to load a single thing in the game. And that's all it was, just this. I'm loading that. Alright. I was trying to load this though, but yeah. And then this is happening now. Yeah, this is what I mean. Every single thing requires you to take an extremely long download just to go and be able to access. So I am gonna not play this game anymore. I'm gonna uninstall it and keep it like permanently uninstalled. So I just wanted to give you guys a heads up on why there's no longer going to be any videos about this game, because this shit's happening. And the second I close the game and I reopen the game, everything that I just downloaded, I have to re-download again. So no, I'm done with this game. I'm sorry. Alright, so I wanted to show this real quick. But this game was originally by whatever company this is, Skystone Games, PTE. I don't know what PTE stands for, but I could have sworn this game was by a completely different company. I don't know what the fuck Skystone is. I've never heard of them. But I'm pretty sure they aren't the original people that made this game. Alright? But I used to play this game. And, like, way back when. I don't remember exactly how long ago it was. But a couple years ago, maybe at most. This game did not have these issues. This is recent. I'm going to assume that this company is like whatever they're doing, they're probably most likely the reason behind why there's been so many things happening. Game is struggling to load. This is me, by the way. Oh, and by the way, the numbers. Look at that, 2.3. Yeah, way back when it was under a different company's name, it was 4 point something, and it was really, really good. And then it seems like ever since this new company took over, it just went downhill. And I didn't play during the time that they got bought by somebody else. I didn't play during the time where things started going downhill. I played when it was really, really good, stopped playing, and then went to go back because I wanted to start over for YouTube reasons. And then I come to find out that it's all currently on the bottom of the well, so to speak. Oh, and I guess this is a thing that's summarized, or that's a summary of the game. The game features awesome characters and a solo play style that isn't heavily pay to win. Did you know that every single one of the characters in the game has an alternate skin, and some characters, even the one on their logo, has multiple? In fact, the logo itself is a character that has, I think, one of the most character skins. And did you know every single one of them requires money? Oh, and did you know that all those character skins gives buffs to your characters? Yeah. So if it's not pay to win, it really feels like it's pay to win, since you're paying to get buffs that your character wouldn't normally have. But I don't know, whatever. Account transfers are seamless for some. You only would have to transfer it if you were transferring from the old company to the new company. However, account loss and recovery issues are a concern. Yeah, because a lot of people didn't transfer it when the new company took over, or didn't remember their information. And because they didn't remember their information when the new company took over, they couldn't take their new information and log in. You want to know how I was able to log in? Oh, wait. I forgot I started a new account anyways, but I did log into my own account, and the only reason why I was able to was because of the fact that it was through Google. If you don't have your shit through Google, your shit would not transfer. If you try doing it through literally just email, or through their, I think it was Polarian, or it starts with a P, the original company. But if you had an account with them specifically, you would have. That's where the issue comes of data loss. Because all of your shit was with them, and they're no longer in control. It's somebody else, and that's also why there would be account transfers, because you have to transfer from the old Polarian, what the fuck it's called, to this new shit. It also says some U.S. players report progress loss. Well, I did start over with the intention of YouTube, so I didn't really get to see anything like that as far as I know. Many players report performance issues. Yeah, I can agree with that. Some are also concerned about losing accounts and purchases. I don't know anything about that one. But yeah, this is just a summary of AI based on everything, all of the ratings and stuff. Yeah, a lot of people seem to be having this problem. 2026, 2026, 2025. By the way, this is early 2025. So it's been an issue for over a year now, and they haven't done anything to fix it. Which I hate those kind of games. And unfortunately, there's actually quite a few games I have played where they stop fixing shit and they only push more updates. They only add more shit. And the other game that I'm thinking of right on the top of my head is League of Angels. League of Angels, very, very specifically League of Angels 2 and 3, which were my favorite ones. Those, they still exist. They still run. You could still play. They're PC-only games. The problem, though, that we have is that whenever you try to play them, there is just so much lag. There is so much just issues in general, performance issues mainly. And it doesn't matter how new of a computer you have. It doesn't matter what kind of a computer you have. Everybody has issues with this game. Recently, I don't know what it is recently. I haven't played the game in about a year because I don't have a computer that I can access, So, and it is an MMORPG that requires online, you have to have online to be able to play. But that's just an example of a game where it was great. I enjoyed the fuck out of that game. I loved that game. And then out of nowhere, they start doing all these weird updates but no patches. And I don't know if it's another situation where, hey, a new company took over. Which, I do know that those games were bought originally by a different company and then bought by somebody else. And I do know that happened 3 different times. But the publishing company is still the same. The developing company, however, is what changed multiple times. So, for all I know, maybe that's the reason why that company just started, like that's why that game started, doing the same thing as this, where we're updating, we're just not fixing. And now that game is pretty dead, unfortunately. But it's still a game I would go back and play, because I do love that game. And it didn't have as much issues as this in regards to, loading. It was other things that were more tolerable, in my opinion, unless more shit has happened since. But yeah. But anyways, a lot of these games that are made in Korea or China, a lot of those games seem to have the same issue. I don't know about this game. I do not know where this game is originally from at all. So I can't really say if this is a similar situation. But yeah. Unfortunately, this game it went to shit. So I just wanted to give you guys a bit of a heads up. I can't play this game. I tried playing the story, like playing just the story and having the story being what's on YouTube. But then it got to the point where it's like I have to read everything out loud because the voice acting all of a sudden stopped working. And I don't I didn't want to have to use my mic and read every single damn dialogue because videos that require me to do that are very, very scarce because I can only record videos with my mic when I'm walking to and from work. And the problem with that is there's heavy traffic in the back. I'm able to record right now because there's nobody here. And it's very, very rare for that to happen. It's extremely rare. And that's the reason why I'm using this opportunity to record this video, is because this is an extremely rare thing to happen. But yes, I can't play this game, and I can't play any game with using my mic, alright, unless I'm walking to and from work with, again, there's traffic. Cars are going to be running by, you're going to hear that over my voice, and so it's just like, ugh. So that's why the most recent video that I did, that's on YouTube, it's already on YouTube, I should say, that's the reason why you can see me skipping through a bunch of dialogue, is because I wait and check and see if there's any voice dialogue. There is none. Okay, well, I'm just going to skip then if that's the case. Because I know no one else is going to read it. They're going to expect voice. And I'm not going to read that shit. So, that's the only reason why I was like, alright, I don't know if I'm going to keep doing this shit. But then around that same time, after I had made that 4th video, I tried making a 5th video. And I kept running into issues because there was an update afterwards. I ran into issue after issue after issue. I stopped recording videos because I couldn't really, basically what you already saw in the beginning portion. And it was just, there wasn't any day where there was not an issue. I uninstalled the game thinking that I might fix this. Maybe I had to re-download things. And no. Nope. Does not work. So yeah, I can't play this game anymore. As you can see, I already uninstalled it. But yeah, I'm sorry. Past tense, loved this game. I do not love what's happened to this game. And I have no intention on playing it unless the things get fixed. But the fact it's happened for over a year now, yeah, it's not going to get fixed. It's pretty obvious. So, sorry. I did see a comment that they were actually, they were looking forward to these videos because they liked the story, I think is what it was. I forgot the exact comment, but yeah. I now have to go and respond to them saying it's not happening anymore, or just delete my original responses, because my original responses was I was going to try and record a video soon, which was literally going to happen today. Literally. I was actually going to be recording a video today. That's how long it's been since I originally was going to try and record shit. It's been like 3 weeks since my last recording, I think. Maybe even more. I don't know. But I've been doing other things. And to be honest, there was a big, huge gap in regards to after I uninstalled it and when I ended up reinstalling it. There was a big gap, so I didn't even have it installed for a while. And I only installed it recently when I saw that comment, yesterday in fact, is when I reinstalled it. Because I saw a comment where there was actually somebody looking forward to these videos. And I'm like, holy shit, there's actually somebody looking forward to these videos. Because for a while, I thought nobody gave a fuck. There weren't any likes on any of my videos. So I thought people looked at it, didn't seem interested, nobody liked it. Alright, maybe I should just end it. I have it uninstalled, I'll leave it uninstalled. And I saw that and I was like, alright, there's actually one person that was interested. I'm going to reinstall it. I reinstalled it, didn't have time to play it until today. This shit happens. And it's like, Alright, this is still an issue. I thought reinstalling it would fix this. It's not fixed. So I'm sorry to that one viewer who was interested in the story. Yeah, it's not happening. Unfortunately, I am sorry. I will tell you this, viewer, if you even watch this video all the way to the end, the story is not the same as it was back then. In fact, that was actually one of the things that I was pulled in for the story, is the fact that it's different. It's a continuation of the original story. And I like that. I thought that was cool. I never got to finish the original story, but I still thought that it was cool that the new company took over and continued the story. I do not like the fact, however, that they removed the original story so you can no longer even see what the original story was. That sucks. But I do know that the beginning and everything else was different, and I do know that it was a continuation. So that's the end of this little video. I'm sorry that things didn't work out.